A very good evening all. I am Aditi Lama with the Thursday night edition of South Asian News, Vision of Asia. We are coming to you from our studio in New York City. Welcome to the show. Let's begin the episode taking a look at the coronavirus pandemic and its impact. The world has surpassed 113 million cases of COVID-19 with nearly 2.5 million deaths. Here in the United States, we're at more than 506,000 COVID-19 deaths nationwide with more than 28 million cases. On vaccines, the rollout continues with more than 91 million vaccine doses distributed across the nation and more than 68 million doses administered. On that, the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine has met the criteria for FDA's emergency use authorization, and tomorrow a committee will meet on the next steps. The company has promised 100 million doses by this summer. Meanwhile, variants of the coronavirus continue to worry experts, with now a new variant carrying mutations found here in New York City. Infectious disease experts are saying that these variants will likely drive a new wave of transmission in the US come spring. So again, as we all wait to be vaccinated to get the herd immunity, we must continue following social distancing, masking up, and maintaining good hand hygiene. In politics, the House Appropriations Committee held a hearing today about the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. The acting U.S. Capitol Police and acting House Sergeant at Arms were grilled over security failures and lack of leadership on January 6th. So where is this nation headed tonight? We have much on politics, medicine, and South Asian culture. Here are the headlines. Cardiologist Dr. Rachana Kulkarni on American Heart Month 2021 in South Asians, New Jersey. Mallakhamb Federation of USA presents Maharashtra Heritage and Shivajayanti Utsav 2021, New Jersey. Edison Democratic Organization hosts primary elections 2021, New Jersey. It's time for a short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be right back. And welcome back. I am Aditi Lama and this is Vision of Asia, Thursday night episode of South Asian News. This month of February commemorates American Heart Month 2021. U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson issued the first proclamation of the American Heart Month in 1964 after suffering a heart attack himself. Since then, U.S. presidents have annually celebrated this month dedicated to the heart. The national observance focuses on motivating Americans to adopt healthy lifestyles to prevent heart diseases, which are the #1 killer in the United States. With coronavirus pandemic, it's even more essential now to maintain a good heart health. This month-long recognition of heart health serves to educate the public and raise awareness nationwide on the pertinent subject. Through this awareness, one can learn about the risk of heart disease and the steps to take now to help the heart. Heart attacks and other heart diseases are also a common cause of death in the South Asian population, which is at high risk for many comorbidities that can deeply impact the body. So, to bring in more information about American Heart Month and its prevalence in South Asian community, we spoke with cardiologist Dr. Rachana Kulkarni. Here's what Dr. Kulkarni suggested for all our viewers on preventing heart diseases. How to maintain a good heart health? How do we really raise this awareness? So let's start this interview asking #1 question that everybody has, doctor. Why are heart diseases the #1 killer in this country?
Great question, Aditi. Heart disease I consider it as a disease of affluence, because heart disease happens because of a lot of risk factors. Risk factors are conditions that predispose us or increase our risk to develop heart attacks and heart diseases. And those are, we qualify them into two categories. One is modifiable and another one is non-modifiable. Modifiable are risk factors that we can do something about. And non-modifiable risk factors are that we don't have any control, such as age, sex, ethnicity, and very important is our family history. If we have people in our family who have had heart disease, then we are inherently genetically more predisposed to have those. And then there are non-modifiable, these are the non-modifiable, and then we have modifiable risk factors, and they are high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, stress, and smoking, and activity or sedentary lifestyle. So these factors are very prevalent in Americans because now, with affluence, with all modernization and most jobs being um, desk jobs, the level of activity has gone down. And we are fortunate enough that we live in a country of abundance.
Right.
So there is abundance food. With that comes high cholesterol. With that comes increased waistline, diabetes, hypertension. These are all unintended consequences of affluence, and us going with that and not compensating that with physical activity. And that's why heart disease is the number one killer in the United States.
And doctor, a lot of these comorbidities that you just discussed, South Asians actually have them a lot. I'd like to know, what is the reason behind that? Why is there so much high cholesterol, danger of heart disease and diabetes and so on and so forth? Why is it with our population?
Excellent question, Kane. Heart disease is very, very prevalent in the South Asian community. I'll give you, and it's prevalent, and it also is quite aggressive. What I mean by that is that cardiovascular disease, heart disease, presents 10 years younger as compared to other ethnicities in Indians or South Asians. The deaths due to heart disease occur 5 to 10 years earlier in South Asians. 12 to 16% young Indians will have heart disease. So we are considered the highest of any ethnic groups in the world to have heart disease. And number of life years lost in South Asian community are just tremendous. And I'll give you some statistics. In 1990, 5.6 million men and 4.5 million women succumb to heart disease.
Wow.
And we are very uniquely predisposed because of the clinical South Asian phenotype, which we can go into later. But those are some of the reasons. It's very prevalent, it's very aggressive, and the outcomes are not as good.
Right. When you're looking at heart diseases, doctor, would you agree that heart attack is probably one of the most common heart diseases that we see? But what do you see as the most common heart diseases?
It is heart attack, or what we call as coronary artery disease, is the most common of all the heart diseases, which is blockages that form in the blood vessel that supply the heart itself. So that is the most common. The second most common is congestive heart failure. That is usually an after effect of heart blockages. So those are the very common heart diseases that we see.
Let's now take a look at the official Democratic representation in the township of Edison, New Jersey, the Edison Democratic Organization. The organization, which consists of elected Democratic men and women, maintains and develops an effective Democratic Party in the township, serving its residents on Democratic politics and policy. The organization actively works to elect qualified Democratic candidates to township office, as well as participates in the election of Democrats to local and state levels. The Edison Democratic Organization also consists of several South Asian active members, with chairman Indian American Mahesh Bhagia. On that, recently, the Edison Democratic Organization held its primary election for nominations for mayor run in the township and council seat. Here are some important individuals speaking on these elections held in New Jersey.
Thank you, ITV Gold and Parika Worldwide Media, for coming here and talking to us. Just to let everyone know, this was an historic event that we had. We had our screening for the mayoral candidate and the council candidates for the EDO, which is the Edison Democratic Organization. So this election was very, very unique because we're doing it during COVID time, and we were able to do the social distancing and everything in place to make sure we had a successful voting event. So we did a great job in doing that. I want to commend all the EDO committee for doing a fantastic job. And I want to congratulate the candidates that have won tonight. We had 3 candidates that were running for the mayor election. mayor position, which was Mahesh Bhagia, Sapna Shah, and Rich Brescher. And in that, we had Mahesh Bhagia winning the majority of the votes, 102 votes versus 140 votes casted. So he got the major vote count. So congratulations to Mahesh Bhagia for being the EDO nominee for mayoral candidate. And then for the council seat, we had 5 contenders. One dropped out last minute, Sam Joshi, that dropped out in the last minute. And we had Sheila Angelette, Shannon Peng, Spurshil Patel, and Tom McCain. So out of those candidates, out of the 4 candidates that were remaining running, we had the most majority winners, which were Shannon Peng, Spurshil Patel, and Tom McCain, each one gathering over 120 votes, and 120, 120, and 124. So I want to congratulate them as the council candidates for this election coming up in November.
I'm really humbled and honored to receive the Edison Democratic Organization's nomination for mayor, along with 3 council members, Shannon Pang, Spurshil Patel, and Tom McCain. Together, we will be running on the Democratic Party line this June 8th. And I want to thank all the 156 committee members who have shown their strong support for the team. I got 101 votes, and other members got much more than that. And I want to also thank 3 members, especially Andrew Trank, David Tingle, our Sergeant at Arms, and our attorney, John Barlett, and also EDO Council, John Saltis, for all the hard work they put in for so many days to have an independent and fair process to nominate a candidate today. I'm looking for all the support on June 8th. So please ask your friends and family to support our ticket, all the Democratic Party, this June 8th. Thank you.
Oh, I'm just very happy and humble that I won today's election, but there's a long way to go. I'd like to thank everybody who supported me. I hope I can work more on this city council issue. I'm here to work for every resident in Edison.
I would like to congratulate Mahesh Bhagia, Tom McCann, Shannon Pang, and Spurshil Patel on making it through the screening this year. I'd like to thank the EDO and my fellow executive board members for putting together what I think was a nice, fair, transparent process that kept everyone and our voter membership safe. I was very happy with the way things ran today, and like I said, I'm thankful for having a good executive board that came together as a team to help fight through a lot of these issues that are affecting the world today, and we really wanted to make sure that we kept everyone safe and had a nice, fair process for all of our candidates.
I want to thank all of the Edison committeemen and committee people for coming out today and casting their ballot. We've won with a huge margin today, and it shows how united Edison is finally. I want to thank David Tingle, I want to thank Andrew Trank, and I want to thank John Solstice for helping coordinate a fair and fair election ballot, which was broadcasted on Zoom all day today. We have a primary election June 8th, and I will urge everybody to come out to vote and make sure that you cast your ballot either by mail or in person. I want to thank my running mates, Shannon Pang and Tom McCann, as well as the next mayor of Edison, Mahesh Bhagia. Thank you so much, Edison, for your support.
Stand for the short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I am Aditi Lama, and this is Vision of Asia South Asian News segment. Let's now take a look at the Consulate General of India in New York and the Mallakhamb Federation of USA, who partnered together for a recent event, the Maharashtra Heritage and Shivajayanti Utsav 2021, featuring an art, music, dance presentation held at the Royal Albert's Palace in New Jersey. The Federation is dedicated to preserving as well as promoting the ancient Indian sport of Mallakhamb in the United States. The event, which brought together several community members and leaders, saw a short play on the life of Shivaji Maharaj, demonstrations of the Mallakhamb sport, and the grand opening of new Mallakhamb centers in Poland and Oregon. Felicitating prominent Maharashtra businesses, the event saw in attendance and support Indian Consul General to New York, Mr. Randhir Jaswal, along with other dignitaries. Here are some highlights from the Maharashtra Heritage and Shivajayanti Utsav 2021.
Mallakhamb is one of the Indian Asian sport It gives you agility, strength, and flexibility. And it also helps you to achieve excellence in other sports as well. We have launched this federation in 2013, and we have started multiple centers. One is in we are recently starting Oregon. Have one center in LA. In Connecticut, we are relaunching. Jersey City, we have started another center, and we are thinking of relaunching Philadelphia. We are looking forward for many other states to start the center and reach out to maximum people and give them benefit of this sport.
volunteers of the Mallakhamb Association for always supporting and always doing the right thing for many, many kids. So can you all give a big round of applause for all the Mallakhamb board members and the parents who are bringing their kids, they are teaching them to do the culture of Maharashtra here. And I want to, everybody knows about Shivaji. We all learned a lot of things. He was a small person and he grew. He brought people together. He united everybody on a common ground to fight for the greater good of the community. We all need to do our part today to make sure we bring peace and unity to whatever we do here. And let's try to do more good for the humanity. And I'm looking forward for your support this June. I'm running for the Edison mayor. So please support and go out and vote for us. Thank you.
We have gathered here to celebrate Shivajayanti and Maharashtra heritage on this very special and auspicious occasion. I convey my wishes to one and all here. Be it Shivaji as a historical personality, as a leader, or the heritage of Maharashtra. We have so much to speak about, so much to learn from them, and so much to be proud of. We just saw a sample of Maharashtra heritage, what I can call Maharashtra heritage, Mallakhamb. Beautiful presentation by young children. Whenever I see Mallakhamb, I feel inspired, I feel encouraged, I feel energized. I see it as a positive force, and it has begun a journey from the homes or outside the homes of the Patankar family. But I'm sure with the kind of dedication and commitment I see here, it is going to go a long way, a long, long way.
Hello everyone, my name is Dev Karlekar. I thank you ITV Gold for covering this event. Today we celebrated at Royal Albert Palace Shiv Jayanti और हमने महाराष्ट्र की झांकी भी दिखाई. We showcase what Shiv Jayanti is all about. We showcase what Maharashtra is all about. We showcase what Bharat is all about. जहाँ भी जाए अपने साथ भारत को लेके जाए, जहाँ भी जाए अपने साथ अपना कल्चर लेके जाए, अपना भारतीयत्व लेके जाए. और मैं मल्लखम्ब फेडरेशन ऑफ यूएसए, काउंसिलर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया न्यूयॉर्क, हमारे सीजी रणधीर जायसवाल भी यहाँ पे आए थे और बड़ा अच्छा तरह से कार्यक्रम हो रहा है यहाँ रॉयल अल्बर्ट में. आई थैंक अल्बर्ट जसानी भाई ऑल्सो फॉर हिज काइंड हॉस्पिटैलिटी. और राजा जी एंड ITV Gold, यू आर ऑलवेज देयर फॉर कवरिंग आवर इवेंट. थैंक यू सो मच.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashwini Joshi and I'm a proud parent of Mallakhamb Federation of USA. My elder child Mrudula Joshi has been with Mallakhamb since day one, and we are so proud to be associated with Chinmay and Pradnya, who have been like a guide since day one. They are so passionate about Mallakhamb, and they have actually changed a lot of things in all the kids. They have brought out the discipline in them. They're so focused, and I see a lot of strength and agility built in my child. So I'm so happy and proud to be a part of Mallakhamb Federation of USA, and I hope they keep going beyond boundaries, beyond countries, everywhere. They reach out to the world. Amazing. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mahesh. I volunteer for this non-profit organization called Mallakhamb Federation of USA. We are actually promoting an ancient Indian sport called Mallakhamb. I actually am the director of communications and public relations with this organization, and basically I've been involved with this organization for the last 6 or 7 years, and we today actually have 7 or 8 centers running very successfully across the USA, and just today we actually launched 2 more, one in Oregon and one in Poland. So the objective is to create more coaches, create or have more kids participate, and bring this sport into the mainstream.
Thank you so much. My name is Ashok Chaudhary. I am a president and founder of Indian Heritage and Cultural Association. I was delighted to be invited here for the Mallakhamb Federation of USA and a celebration of Shivaji Maharaj's Jayanti. Today is an auspicious day for all Maharashtrians and all Indians.
Well, this wraps up our show for the night. Please send us your suggestions and get your voices and organizations in our show. Email us on events@itvgold.com or follow us on Facebook @itvgold. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel for free access to many of our popular shows. Thank you for joining us tonight from Queens, New York. This is Vision of Asia, and I am Aditi Lamba. Take care and be well.